Bonjour, bonjour, this is ZeRaider and welcome to my new series. This time we're gonna face the darkest dungeon. So what is it? Well, let's start with the technicals. This is a game that is developed by Red Hook. This is a tactical turn-based RPG in 2D, which has management, you manage people, you manage money, manage items, and also roguelike elements, which means that a lot of the things are randomized. The game got released on the 18th of January 2016. Yes, I am a bit late, but I love this game so much that I wanted to share it with you. And it's worth around £18, and it's more than worth it. Finally, this game is really hard. It's really hard, and if you don't start well, it's really hard to come back from it. So I'm not an expert on anyway, but I've been doing one playthrough on my own until the mid game, and I'm doing pretty well. So what I'm going to do is a sort of guide of hints and tips to explain to you how to start it well. I'm probably gonna make mistakes, you probably will not agree with me from time to time. Obviously, put it in the comments, I'm gonna try to answer as precisely as I can. If you have also any question about something you don't understand, please do. Okay, we're gonna start now. It might be a long series, we'll see how it goes. So, you'll see on this one I was week 40, which is not that long, but I managed to get to the mid-game with this. Almost. Let's start anew, and we are gonna start... Oh, this series is a bit special. Why? Because actually that was the first thing I recorded like 6 weeks or something ago. I recorded the whole series of 5 videos. Then I realized that I didn't have any game sound, which was really annoying. You make mistakes when you start a YouTube channel, so now I'm starting again from scratch. And I think it's good because it was not going that well. So let's start. The beginning is the same for everyone. Up until some point, it's going to be the same for everyone. The story, well, nothing much. I'm not going to leave that. It's basically you inherit Hamlet, this one. It looks like this on the screen. From your, I don't even know, father? Grandfather? I don't know. And it seems there's a lot of weird things happening. And so you're in charge of recruiting adventurers in order to, well, kill all the monsters. The hints here are very important. Always read them, at least at the beginning, and make sure you're following them. For example, the first one is stagecoach upgrades are vital to the long-term health of your roster and your hamlet. And actually, you'll see that very early, we are going to follow that advice. The first loading time is a bit long, but after that it's fine. Okay, so you all stairs like this. I just want to show you a few bases. So yes, you have a map here. To move forth, click on another room on the map display. So here, when you're in a room, you click to the next room you want to go, and here are 4 squares, which are the corridors. It's not always the good word, but it's the word they use, I think. And it's the way between 2 rooms. Here you have your adventurers, so you have 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And for the enemies, it's the same. Some enemies take 2 spots, but we'll see that later. What is important? Here, the red, health. Okay, the stress is really important too, and that's what is actually, it's more annoying than health most of the time. The issues with stress are much more complicated. Here you have your skills. I will explain a bit later how they work. You have good equipment, and your stats, will go back to it later. Here is very important too, it's the light. So when it's 100, you have a bonus of scouting, and you can surprise monsters, which means you can act before them. If the light is less, well, you can do better criticals, but the enemies too, so enemies get harder, but you have much more rewards, much better rewards. We'll see how it goes. Now, let's go.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
So you use either the mouse like that or WASD in order to go. This is the first fight. So we got surprised. That's why our people got the order got switched. In this case, it doesn't really matter, but in some of your parties, it's going to be really, really bad, and you have to prevent that. Like I said, on your milestone, click a skill icon, so you have the time to decide. Everyday decision can be very slow. It does not matter. Take your time. Here it's turn-based. This one is quick. So, like you can see here, if you see the yellow spots, it's on 1, 2, and 3, starting from the right to the left. It means being on one of those positions, you can attack with the skill called Open Vein. And you can kill damage on position 1 and 2 from left to right to the enemy. So first or second one. What does it say about this skill? It's a melee base. So the accuracy base means that you have a malus of 15%. The damage mod, it means it does 15% less than the maximum, but it can make bleed, and bleed is a very important thing. For 2 pounds per round for 3 rounds, we're going to be able to make it better, but for now it's that. Also, it gets the enemy to have a minus 20% bleed resist. If you look at it, so I just hover on it, you can see the name, the HP 12, the protection, which is a really important stat, 15% is a lot, 2 dodge, 3 speed, and you see that their resistance is stun, blight, bleed 20%, so the probability then I'm gonna make it bleed is very high. Let's do this. 5 and a bleed, so it's gonna take 2 at the second row. Now you just saw it took 2. This is a simple melee, it just does more damage against the unholy, which is not the case for this one. After the victory, the voice is really amazing, to be perfectly honest. I never get bored of it. It gives a bit of stress, a bit of an atmosphere. So, we earn 50 gold. Here is the food. Then sometimes we're gonna switch them back, this is the right order. Sometimes they're gonna get hungry. And it also can be used as a health. Here, it's called a curio. It's going to be very important later. I forgot to print my guide. For the next video, I will have a guide. I think it's going to be better. You have interactive objects. Okay, so here, when you investigate, brigand stand, you can either check inside, put an object in order to do something, usually positive, you have to know which one goes where, or not touch it. In this case, it's always the same contents. It's going to be 75 gold. Unless you... I could have shone the light, but it doesn't matter. So here we go back to the map, and you see that we've done the whole corridor, and we're going to arrive to the next room. You click on the door, and you go in.
An ambush.
So this one, like I said, it takes 2. So all the skills that don't go to the third row, well, they come to anything. This one is a bit dangerous. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on... I don't think I'm going to do well. No, I'm going to open vein on the first one. 6 and a bleed. We're going to try to get it. It would be really stun blow. No, he has got 50% stone. This we're gonna attack it. 10. Good job. It's quite hard to lose this fight. What? 10? Maybe it's possible. I've never lost this fight, but maybe it's possible. Now we're gonna keep making him bleed. 9 plus a bleed. He has, so you can check, he has 4 damages per round and he has 8. So if I do 1 more damage,
alone does not dissuade the
when you kill something, most of the things, if they are big enough, they leave a corpse. I'm not gonna let you, it is fine. This corpse is here, so it's gonna, because it keeps bleeding, the corpse keeps bleeding, yeah, or keeps being blighted. It's gonna lose health. Shouldn't call that health for a corpse, but you know what I mean. And only after that, it's going to disappear. Those guys only do health damage, which honestly doesn't really matter in this case. So I put that because I cannot do anything. Well, I could have done something against it actually. But I marked myself and I augmented the protection. So this way, 50%. I'm gonna do it again for... It's a bit annoying, actually. Takes me more time than I thought it would. You never know if anything's gonna happen, basically. Let's finish it. With the crits! Critical do more damage and also heal stress damage. We'll see that later. 2 holy waters, 2 food, and 100 gold. Piece of it. Also, when you complete a quest, this is when this thing arrives. It means you completed the quest. Sometimes you have visited enough forums, or sometimes you have encountered enough fights and won them. Sometimes it's other stuff. Here, it's always trapped. You see there was a chest, but unfortunately it's always trapped. So don't even bother because you're gonna get injured and not get anything from it. So it's completely useless. This is the victory. Oh, sweet victory screen. It gives you your collected treasures, the money of the quest rewards, and your heirlooms, which I didn't have any on this one. Sometimes you can have one of those, which can give you a small... I think if I had snuffed the torch for the tent... Some people can try, if you want to try. Snuff the torch for the tent, maybe I could have had one. Here, that's when they get our level. So they're level 1 now, and they start level 0. And he unlocked a quirk. This time, it's Stress Eater. That's if his stress is above 50, he's gonna eat more food. It's actually a bit annoying, but we're gonna let it go for now. Those 2 people, you always get the same at the beginning. The same name, the same stats, the same everything. That's one of the only things that is actually static in the game. Also, one thing after that. Let's return to town, and this is where half of the game is how you manage your people in your hamlet.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
Yes, so it's our land. So here you see what happens during the week. Sometimes when you leave people in the town and they do something, you have the result here. Sometimes, most of the time good, sometimes bad. It changes all the time. Here you have all the quests. To tell you, after 40 weeks, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... 8 or 9 bosses out of the 18, and then after that you have the darkest dungeon. Level 6, I never brought someone level 6, all my characters are level 3, so I was really in the just before the mid-game. Now, this is your hamlet. No, you put H if you have an issue, but I'm here for that. So, almost nothing is accessible now. This is the stagecoach, is very important. We're going to start with it. Here, Ancestors' Memoirs, it's to watch the videos again. We'll cut it.
Of my failings.
The graveyard is where all your fallen heroes, the heroes that die,
covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
Yeah. I forgot to tell you. Every time one of your adventurers dies, he dies for good. You cannot get it back. It's done. And you don't have any quick save or anything, so you have to be ready to, well, lose adventurers and lose things and lose money, and this is why it can be a really complicated game. You know what, for now I'm only going to talk about what's available, and the stagecoach is the first thing
Women
that
and
I'm going to
men,
improve.
soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses,
Here,
all will find their way
yeah,
to
okay.
us now.
One
that
of
the
the
road
only
is clear.
One of the only static things also is those 2 people. They can change names, but you're always gonna have a plague doctor. Plague doctor can do blight, blind, which means stun, and shuffle stun also, and clear all corpses. They are always gonna be the same. They're not gonna have the same quirks. Here, that's really good. That's really good. That doesn't matter. I'll explain one we have. It means basically, well, I'll talk about it later. One thing after. So, the stagecoach. And you all have a vestal with a healer. It's not great. You can have other stuff. As soon as I can, I will change a few that I don't like Mace Bash, and I don't like Hand of Light. I like 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the 4 I like. I'll tell you after that. That's not good. That's not good either. That's excellent. That could be good ultimately. Those are not great. Anyway, this is here in the stagecoach that you're gonna get new blood. And I literally mean that. When you get them from the stagecoach, they are level 0. It can never be anything else. So sometimes you're gonna lose a hero that's level 3 and you're gonna get a 0 instead. You're gonna have to pay and you're gonna have to grind it, and that's how it is. You don't have a choice about it. First, so this is how you improve. You click on this button in order to improve your buildings. This one is a stagecoach. So the stagecoach network increases the number of recruits available for hire. The first thing you do, in my opinion, and the opinion of a lot of people, is do that twice. Why? Because this means you always have 4 heroes available every week. Every week meaning every time you go to a dungeon and you go back, it's a week. Every time you're gonna have 4, which means if you have a party wipe, meaning all your 4 characters die. It didn't happen to me in the first playthrough, but honestly it can happen anytime, and I'm sure everything is gonna go wrong because I'm doing a let's play. That's a guide or whatever you want to call it. But first things first, I would advise you to do it twice. Here is the size of the hero roster. As you can see on the right, I'm 2 out of 9. I'm gonna do it fairly soon. You need 3 teams fairly quick, so I'll do it once, but not before I do this. Experience recruits. Oh, that's new. Oh, that's new. That's an upgrade. Oh, wow. Provides a chance of higher level recruits appearing in a stagecoach. You need mastery, weaponsmithing. Oh, in order to make it a bit less complicated, you can have someone experienced, someone who has level 1, 2, or 3. Oh, that's excellent. That's a new thing. I haven't played it since I failed the first playthrough, and there was a update in the meantime. Okay, so as you can see, you need heirlooms. So your list of heirlooms are here. 10, the bust, the portraits, the deeds, and the crest. What's that? Oh, you can trade them now. Oh, okay. You can trade them. That's also new. So you have overabundance of one of those and you need another one, you can trade them. I suppose it's going to be expensive in terms of trading. That means you're going to trade. But I'm discovering at the same time. Oh, that's cool. Okay, good. Maybe I'm going to have more surprises. This is how our team is going to go for the next. So they are level 1. They have no stress. The stress, it would be white here. They are level 1 weapons and armor because we can't do anything else. Right now, the only things we could do are here. We will see next time. Here, you have the caretaker, everything. Those are your trinkets. I don't have any, it's objects. Here is the help, you can click H, and here is to quit. Here is your money, and for now, that's all we need to know. We're gonna embark.
A mecca of madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
So this is the map of everything. It's called the estate map. It's where everything happens. So as you can see, there are ruins, warrens, Weald Cove, and the darkest dungeon. The 4 of those have different characteristics, different enemies, different curios, different everything. And those will be missions. For now, I don't have a choice. I have only one. It's a short mission, so we don't camp. We'll see that in 2 or 3 playthrough, like the 3rd videos, not before. Apprentice meets it's a level 1, so you can go from 0, 1, and 2. The level 0, 1, and 2. The level 0 will have a 10% stress increase, and the level 2 will have a bonus. I don't remember exactly which one. The goal is to explore 90% of the rooms, which basically means that you explore everything but one. The rewards 3000 gold for crest, and this stun stone is a common, which has a plus side, 20% stun kill skill chance, which would be good for Tinel or Tinel, I don't know. I don't tend to rename them, so I'm not going to rename them. But you have a -2 in dodge. So you put your characters and you form your roster. And for now, that's not going to be complicated. I have only one, and it's going to be like this. It's going to be called the usual suspects. When you have a name here, it means you have a special party. It means you've done something good. But as you can see, if I change the order, it's not the same team. So you have to put them in the right order. So you can look up online or discover them on your own. I discovered a few, a bit randomly. Okay, so when you choose your mission, you put provision. This is a very important screen. This is where you will. This is where you're gonna choose the items you take with you on a journey. So for a short apprentice, a few things. You need 8 food. You can take more, you can take less, you decide, but that's the recommended amount. I would take 4 torches in order to get the light up. I would take 1 shovel in this case, and because it's the ruin, I will take 1 more holy water, because you have curios that are linked to them. And finally, I would take 1 key. I'm not gonna take anything else for now, which means I could miss on some curios, but the probabilities are, by experience, a bit of experience, this is what works for me. If you have any other idea, please tell me. We'll try. And let's go. So we're going to the ruins, which is something that is enclosed. It's which is important for some of the quirks. Not for... Oh, I haven't checked actually. No, I don't remember. So we have our full party, we have our thing. So as you can see, this is always the same map also. So I can choose to go there. I can choose to go there, or I can choose to go there. If I have a scouting at some point, we'll see, then maybe I'll decide. For now, we don't have a choice. I'm just checking if I have forgotten something. No, it's good. No, it's good. Okay, it's as usual. Let's start. So, here, I'm actually going to zoom a little bit. You have 4, so for now we don't. So don't move too fast, in case you miss. Here, something appeared. It's a curio. It's a torch. It's always good to have a torch. You take it. You choose the person who wants to take it, which has it's important depending on the situation. By the way, I want to check if I have someone who's good at traps. Yes, it's him. If we see traps, he's going to disarm them. I'm not sure this this first dungeon is always the same. So those are very weak enemy. They're called vulnerable. They have 8. So we are gonna... should be fine. They're a bit fast. I'm gonna Noxious Blast this one, because this way with the Blight, he's gonna lose 4 damage and he's dead. I'm gonna do the Judgment on this one. A miss. Okay. Judgment. Oh, good dodge. Good dodge. I'm gonna try to one-shot him. It is done. 150. This one, I think I'm gonna use a key on this one. Ah, man, that was just... I went too fast. So I had 1 shovel, 2 burst, and an anti-venom. This was stupid about the key. Those strongbox don't need a key. Too bad. If you do that, you lose the item. So yeah, that's bad. So here, that's why you need a shovel. If you don't use a shovel, what am I doing? This is because I'm commenting at the same time. I actually did what you should not do. I clicked on yes before putting the shovel in there, which means it gave me stress for everyone and turned the light off, so I had to use my torches. Exactly what you should not be doing. This is a bit stronger. This is a bit really annoying because it actually can stress like this my my adventure. So it's stunned for, we have a bit of 1 turn to check it. The Judgment 5, and he's gonna give me 3, which is gonna cover a good. Let's finish this one to avoid getting attacked by it. I'm gonna stun this one too. Oh, with the
The
crit.
ground quakes.
Oh, that's nice. So you can see it's 65 out of 200, but if you go at 100, something will happen. This is good. They change position. So now, because it's a human, I can bleed it. The bleed resist is only 20%. 8 plus a bleed. Up to it are only 3. It's stunned, so I can kill it fast, which I am not gonna do. Because this one can, yeah, it can hit them with this range. The two of them, you can see, with the two at the same time.
Continue the onslaught.
And with the stress release. So 500, something to trade. It's basically money, but it takes a different slot. So sometimes that's the first thing that you get rid of when you don't have enough room. And the crests, which are always a good thing. Apart from my mistake, 2 mistakes, it's going all right. So we've got a scouting. So it tells us what could happen. So here you have a room battle with a treasure. Here a room battle with a curio. Unfortunately, the treasure is good, but I don't have a key anymore because I'm stupid. Yes. So what I'm gonna do is actually go to this room battle with a curio and hoping, because the curios that are in a room are bigger and have better reward if you have the proper object to unlock them. I don't want to fight in obscurity for now. This is kleptomania. He's gonna keep that for himself, which is really annoying. This is a quirk that you always get, and it's really annoying. He takes things for himself, so you don't get them. And it happens quite often if you're not lucky. You need to be really careful, and if we can remove that quirk later, as soon as I can, I will. This is a really good curio. So we're gonna fight our way through it. This grape shot blast is quite good. It's the damage is not great, but it touches 3 at a time. And for the weak that they are, for as weak as they are, it's quite good. Try to take care as soon as you can of the long range ones, because they're usually quick, like this. Oh, crits. Yeah, great. Thank you. Perfect. I've stunned them, so this one, and rearranged them, which is actually quite good. I'm taking a lot of damage. I'm gonna start healing. Zealous Accusation, which gets rid of the annoying one, and another grape shot. I'm gonna start healing now. It's the healing goes between. Wait. I'm gonna try to blind him. Blinding is stun. He's stunned, so he's gonna skip his turn. Ow. Let's finish him. This is out of the way. If you kill with a critical, you... If you kill with a critical, you don't have a corpse. I'm gonna try and stun him again, but no, it's not gonna work. He doesn't have protection for blight, so it should be enough to kill him. Oh, resist. Great. 5 is good at this level. I'm gonna mark myself, turn the light up a little bit, and buff. This way is gonna go for us. In order to protect, it's basically to protect the others. Yeah, it's done.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
So the Holy Fountain. So we've got 1 to 50, 2 deeds, very good. We're going to be able to improve the coach straight away, and 250. Here it doesn't take too much space. This is unlocked with the holy water. It's called Holy Fountain. I'm going too fast. He was not the one. This was the one who needed. You need to decide which one you're going to use. Hopefully I'm going to get used to comment at the same time as playing, and I'm going to get better, because right now I suck. I suck. And I'm not gonna last long if I keep making mistakes like this. And not everything is going badly. We have a trap here, which we're gonna do with this one. Here we don't have a fight, so we're gonna continue. I can let the torch go down without too many issues. Here is a trap you can see in purple. So I'm using this one, I'm clicking on it, hoping it's gonna get disarmed. And it helps its stress cells, so now he's at 0. Those two people are gonna come back for the next run, probably. This one already being 71, it's almost impossible that she's gonna come back with us. We're gonna have to heal her. Because with scouting, we know there's no fight in there, so it does not matter. And we're gonna go this way. Hopefully no kleptomania.
Wealth beyond measure.
Stun skill
Awarded to
chance.
the brave
Excellent.
and the foolhardy alike.
I'm gonna use it on him. So now this, he has 20% chance to. I'm eating a little bit. I'm keeping 8 or more in order not to be surprised. So we can still go. We already checked because with the scouting you don't have any surprise. If it's been scouted and there's nothing, there's nothing. Look, this is a hunger check. So it means you have to have enough food to eat. Like I do, like you see here, it's going to be 4, and I'm going to regain 5% health, which is good for them. If you don't have it, nothing. Take 20% damage plus stress damage, so it's horrible. Luckily, I had kept enough. He ate 2 because of his stress eater. His stress is not above 50, he shouldn't have eaten 2. Okay. So we are in a room and we don't have... that is good, that is good, that is good. So we're gonna keep this in the dark until we are almost there, because this way we can actually crank the torch up and be 100% light for the last fight, which we're gonna need because I don't want her to take stress.
Much worse than mere trickery.
So I'm not gonna make the same mistakes. You go here, it's gonna prompt you. You use a shovel. You click on the shovel. You click on the shovel. So before going up, I'm using my 2 last torches. It's not great, so it means I have plus stress, but plus loot and plus player crits. So hopefully it's gonna work. This is the last fight. This one is annoying because it gets you stressed. We're gonna still, they're all, we're gonna try grab shot, which is very good against those. Then we're gonna do blinding gas. We're gonna try to stun them. Double works perfect. This one cannot act. I'm gonna focus on this one and I'm gonna kill him straight away because he was the only one dealing stress damage, and I wanted this to stop. Yeah, good dodge. I'm gonna use the zealous accusation because it touches more. And another grape shot blast. We've got one more. Here, I'm gonna use the noxious blast. He's gonna do 1 damage and 4 blights, which he has 4, so he is dead. A crit, seriously! Oh! I'm gonna heal him. Him is dead, it's fine, it's the last one. I'm gonna protect everyone else with the bulwark of faith.
The slow death.
If they die by blight or bleeding, the corpse disappears. It's very, very important. I'm not gonna kill it, so I'm gonna do a tracking shot, which is gonna increase my damage, my accuracy, and my crit. Stun 10%. Can I manage to blind him? He's stunned. Good. I don't have any way to stress relief, so I'm just gonna keep healing. Okay, I got rid of the 2 corpses, which was really important to get him in the good range. He's not gonna bleed, but a 14 crit, yes, to finish it. A bit of stress relief, except for the one I wanted. We're taking all of this, and we finished, but this time we have a treasure. Okay, Everything should have been alright if I had kept one key. I didn't. So I'm still gonna open it. Without. And it's trapped. If it's trapped, you don't get anything. But it was a good mission, honestly. Apart from the mistakes I did. And I'm gonna try my best to stop making those mistakes. So we got 3,000 plus 2,000, so 5,000 for crest and a sunstone, plus 2 busts, 2 deeds, and 8 crests. It's fairly alright. Here we see that he's the only one who got something positive. Positive. So again, the Eldritch, which is a race of enemies, is gonna be less stressed, and it's gonna deal more damage. It's especially cool in the Cove, if I remember correctly, which is one of the plays. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna explain to you now the next step in the hamlet, and before we can go to the next, I will stop the video. So then, let's check. Tavern and Abbey are open. First, we're gonna check. So here, you can see that it becomes severe. I'm glad it's not kleptomania that can become severe. It means that it's gonna cost much more money in order to take care of. Here is a really good character. He's always a good character. He's just, he cannot gamble in town, but it doesn't really matter. He got a bit stressed, not too much. We're gonna be able to take care of him probably. I'm not even gonna bring him. I think her took a lot of stress, so she's gonna be distressed, and that's what we're doing now. The Abbey and the Tavern are two ways to relieve stress, and the most efficient. If they stay in town for a few weeks, yes, they're straight, and without doing anything, their stress goes down. But yeah. So the point,
fresh kegs, cards, and
before doing everything, I improve the coach a second time, like I said I would. So we can recruit 3 people. We will recruit them. No problem. It's actually a very good combination. I'll explain later. Tavern. So you have those 3 places: the bar, the gambling hall, and the brothel. They cost from less to more money. They repair or cure more and more stress, and you can improve them. I would advise you to either the bar and the Abbey is exactly the same with different names. This guy, the caretaker, sometimes he's gonna go on one just to block you, so we'll do something about it later. This is the same, except it needs busts and crest in order to improve him. I would advise you to increase especially the first one. It can actually be quickly better than the rest for much less money if you increase it. So I'm going to start by increasing the bar twice. Here I will not be able to increase it for now because I don't have any any crest, enough crest anyway. And we're going to bring Miss the Vestal. So you 850, which is nothing. And it's not going to be taken all away, unfortunately, but quite a lot. Because we have good characters, I'm actually gonna put him he can only pray, so he can only go here. What's annoying. Anyway, so those are the 2 places to stress relief. It's good to improve them, but not too much, because those 2 next places for next time will be even more important. For now, we're gonna do that. I'm just gonna check that. What I do is unequip all trinkets to see what I got. Yes. So, before we go, you know what? We'll do that in the next. I think it's long enough for first. So, this is where I'm gonna stop for this first video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoy commenting this game. Yes, I made mistakes. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get better. I promise. I'm gonna get better. But this is a really good game. I would encourage you to buy it. It's £18. It's not that much, and there's a lot of hours of fun. Stress, yes, but also fun. The game has a tendency to kick your backside. Anyway, I'll see you for part 2 very soon. Allez, au revoir.